Hello everybody and welcome to another Smackdown review here on Wrestling with Regret. I am Alex, your self-proclaimed queen of the ring. I actually just got back from Barclays Center. I was at Smackdown tonight and it was a lot of fun live. But what did you guys think on TV? Let's jump in to this review, shall we? So we opened up the show with Daniel Bryan, and he comes out with this freshly shaved look that we saw this past weekend at TLC. And he says that Bray Wyatt has removed the Daniel Bryan brand, and he is back to the classic Daniel Bryan, which to me, I have been calling him the new American Dragon. So that is the Daniel Bryan that he is back to, in my eyes. But The Miz comes out and he sympathizes with Daniel, but at the same time, he's also telling him, like, you know, I kind of want that title. So if you want to fight him, that's cool, but I want to fight him over the title. So if we could just kind of, like, I don't know, work something out. But then King Corbin comes out and he thinks that he is entitled to go after the title for defeating Roman Reigns, and that's why he is eligible for a title shot, which I can see that, yeah, sure. Then Dolph Ziggler comes out, he helps King Corbin, and we set up a match, which is the main event later. Daniel Bryan and The Miz team up and go against King Corbin and Dolph Ziggler. Next, we have a Miracle on 34th Street fight with the Revival and Heavy Machinery. Before the match, we see Heavy Machinery at Gorilla, and Mandy Rose gives Otis ham. And then the power of the ham, of course, gave Otis so much power in that match, and he got the win for Heavy Machinery. I don't have much to say about this match. This was a fun match. The Revival, dude. Also, the Revival, like, just give them back the titles and just let them do something good. Have a good feud. Maybe bring back the Usos and have, like, a feud with the Revival. I just hope they don't turn into this whole, like, comedy shtick. And then after the match, Elias came out, and I did not address this last week, but I will address it also for this week. Whoever's writing the jokes for the songs Elias is singing should be fired. I like the character. I am so into it, but the jokes about having to change up like Caitlyn Jenner, and then with Bailey being a man, and then the threesome with Sasha, I just was not on board with the language that was used with the songs. But I love Elias, so when he comes out, I do cheer for him, but obviously he is not writing these songs. Next, we have a very short match with Carmella versus Sonya Deville, and Carmella gets the win. Like I said, it was a short match. There's not much to say about this match. It was a fun match. It was a good match. I wish the match was longer. That could have been a good match. Give them a chance a little bit, just a little bit of a longer match. Like that Miracle on 34th Street fight was a fun match. It didn't need to go that long. Honestly, there was a point where I was just sitting there in my seat and I was just like, this is going on a little too long. They introduced a Christmas tree a little late to that match too. But anyways, this match was good. It could have been longer. Also, can we stop cutting the wins when women win? They did that at TLC, and then they did that again with Carmella, but it was fun to see Carmella celebrate her win with the New Day, and she was dancing and reunited with her mixed tag team partner with Big E, but this match just should have been longer. Next, we have a match between the New Day versus Shinsuke Nakamura and Cesaro. And earlier, before this match, we saw Braun Strowman backstage with Sami Zayn and pretty much challenged Shinsuke Nakamura to an Intercontinental title fight. I was on board for that because the Intercontinental title isn't really used much right now, and it should get a storyline, get a little feud kicking on it, you know. But then we had this match. Good match. New Day won. I knew somehow going into this match that Braun Strowman was going to come out at some point and solidified this new feud that he has with Shinsuke Nakamura, and the New Day won. Shinsuke Nakamura and Cesaro weren't happy about it. They attack New Day. Then Braun Strowman comes out and saves the day. This is what I'm complaining about when I say, like, storylines are predictable and there are storylines but they're thrown together. You know, the usual complaints that people have about the WWE. I feel like this is a prime example of what people are complaining about. It's nice to see that the Intercontinental title, you know, is going to have a feud now, because it wasn't. It didn't have a feud. I mean, it was pretty fun to see Kofi Kingston just fling pancakes during commercial break. He was like really throwing that. But other than that, this match was like blasé to me. Is that a proper term? Blasé? It was just like for me. Next, we have a long women's segment, which I love to see. I hope you do as well. So first, we have Bayley versus Dana Brooke, and Dana Brooke again out another week with another match, and it's not on main event. You love to see it. I'm proud of her. I think she is really getting better week after week. I hope that she's putting the work in, because it looks like she's putting the work in. I enjoyed this match. Dana Brooke was really good in this match. Maybe I'm just being a little bit biased, but Dana Brooke is getting better. Yeah, I think so. Do you agree? So Bayley wins the match, but I just have to give a big shout out to Sasha Banks. She is killing it with whatever she is doing. And we'll get to the major bit that she did in a second, but just at ringside during Bayley's match, interacting with the crowd and holding up the title and just coming out. Maybe that's just me saying this because I was there live, and obviously you can't really see this kind of stuff on TV, but Sasha was just doing such a great job being a heel. She was doing such a great job overall tonight. Sasha Banks and Bayley bully Dana Brooke. Lacey Evans comes out, and then Lacey Evans has a fight with Sasha Banks, and at one point during their match, Sasha Banks is punishing Lacey Evans in front of her daughter, in front of Lacey Evans' daughter, and starts mocking Lacey Evans' daughter, and Lacey Evans' daughter is like trying to swing at Sasha, and she is the cutest little peanut. You can tell that she was just so ready to just jump in there and fight Sasha. It was so cute. It was so good. And Sasha was doing such a good job. And even Lacey Evans was doing such a good job. I mean, throughout this whole segment, I do have to say, I was yelling out, what is Lacey Evans? Is she a heel? Is she a face? I don't know. Like, did she turn face during that Saudi Arabia match? I don't know. But she was doing such a great job selling that whole bit of just like, you know, motherly instincts kicking in, and it was so good. This was so good. This was my favorite part of the show, maybe? We'll get to that in a second, but this is one of my favorite parts of the show. It was so good. Everyone in that segment was doing an amazing job. It was really good. I can't emphasize enough how much I loved it. I loved it so much. I loved it so much. The match ended in a double countout, so I guess we are getting a full-blown Lacey Evans, Sasha Banks feud. I'm down for it, because Sasha Banks bullying a kid is kind of always my favorite thing. Just in wrestling, not in real life. You know, with Izzy and now Lacey Evans' daughter. I just can't wait to see Sasha Banks versus Lacey Evans' daughter at WrestleMania, like 2050. You know what I mean? Like, what is that? WrestleMania 62? And last but not least, we have the main event, King Corbin and Dolph Ziggler versus The Miz and Daniel Bryan. I just have to give a little shout out to King Corbin, because tonight, I'm not too sure if you could tell on screen, but in person, he got the loudest reactions in the beginning of the show and during this main event. When he came out, those boos were the loudest things all night. he's doing a good job. I guess I have to like cut him a little bit of slack because something's working there. He's doing a great job. Those reactions were so loud. I also hope that The Miz and Daniel Bryan teaming up somehow morphs into The Miz turning heel and this new American Dragon version of Daniel Bryan stays face, and then we can maybe get a match at WrestleMania, maybe even SummerSlam. I'll take for a little SummerSlam redemption. But at one point during this match, The Miz gets Dolph Ziggler in a figure four, and King Corbin runs into the ring and tries to break that submission. But then Daniel Bryan jumps over that figure four leg lock and delivers King Corbin a running knee. And then Dolph Ziggler taps out. That was one of the best endings to a match I've seen in the past few weeks on SmackDown, and definitely tonight. That was fun to watch. That was really, really cool. So Miz and Daniel Bryan get the win. And then The Fiend. We are blessed with the presence of The Fiend. The red light when he's attacking everyone looks so cool in person. I don't know how everyone feels, like the majority of what the wrestling community feels about the red light during his match. I really, really enjoy it live. It looks so good live. On TV, it's kind of hit and miss to me sometimes, but in person, it was so good. And that leads up to the triple threat match next week between The Miz, Daniel Bryan, and King Corbin to determine who is going to go after that Universal title against The Fiend at the Royal Rumble. So we've got quite an episode to look forward to in the last episode of 2019 of SmackDown. I'm sad, but alas, we must move forward, and I want to know what you think about this SmackDown. So let me know in the comments below what you think, and of course give this video a thumbs up and like it. And I will tell you right now my pros and cons. My pro this week was definitely Lacey Evans' daughter and Sasha Banks. That was really good. The red lighting, I do have to say, is really good in person. That is definitely a pro. And also this new version of Daniel Bryan. I really like this new version of Daniel Bryan. A con, which will always be a con for me, short women's matches, let's just like give them a little bit of a length. Again, that Miracle on 34th Street fight didn't have to be that long. We could have given a little bit of that time to the women for Carmella and Sonya Deville. I don't know, maybe that's just me. Overall, pretty solid episode of SmackDown this week. What did you guys think? Let us know in the comments below, and make sure to give us a thumbs up if you like this video and subscribe to Wrestling with Regret. And if you want to follow me on Instagram, you can follow me at _Queen of the Ring. I'm on Twitter at @Queen of the Ring. And if you want to subscribe to my YouTube channel, the link will be down below. But as always, guys, I'm Alex, your self-proclaimed Queen of the Ring, and I will see you guys next week for the last SmackDown review of 2019. I'll see you then.